Hi, it's Lexi Marshall, and this is my presentation of my paper for EDFI 6300. So my question, why are such few women pursuing careers in the computer science and technology related fields? I am a computer teacher to middle school students, a Girls Who Code advisor, and a mother to a daughter. So I spent a lot of time promoting the idea of having a career in the computer science, technology, STEM fields. So I want to make sure, should I be promoting these types of career options to my female students and daughter? Is there a reason why such few women are pursuing these types of careers? And I thought before I spend the next 30 years of my career promoting these careers, I should do some research and learn some background information. My first article, Part-Time Jobs, What Women Want, is an article about a study done in the Netherlands. And what they really wanted to find out, all of the women who are working part-time jobs, are they working these jobs because they want to work part-time or because they're hoping to one day have a full-time job and this is just a stepping stone? Well, what they found is that these women really do prefer the part-time jobs. They're very happy doing what they're doing, working part-time, and not only are they happy, but their significant others or spouses are also very happy and prefer them to only work part-time. The next article, Advancement, Voluntary Turnover, and Women in IT, a cognitive study of work-family conflict. So this is talking about women in IT, how they think about their work and family responsibilities. In conclusion, the author decided that to be successful in the IT field, a worker is expected to put in long hours and constantly reskill. So many women are put away from the idea of having to work more than 40 hours a week, to have to work on the weekends, late nights, and to constantly, for the rest of their career, be learning new technology just to stay up to date in their job. And after I read this article in the first one, I was feeling pretty down about my studies. I am a feminist in the fact that I believe that women can do absolutely anything that a man can do, and my first two articles made it seem like women could do this, they just don't really want to. They don't want to put in the hard work and the long hours need to. So I was feeling pretty bad about my reading after these two articles. And then I moved on to the role of laughter. When discussing workplace barriers, I learned a lot about laughter and why we use it as people. This study was used with 39 women in smaller groups. They're all from the same company, the same building actually, and they were trying to figure out why do women laugh and when discussing workplace barriers. And they found that laughter is most used by women in IT to hide or reduce pain and to make them feel united. So when they were talking about things that made them hurt, gave them pain, they laughed, and when they wanted to feel like a group and like they were together, they laughed there as well. The next article is a study of interference of work-life conflict between organizational climate and job satisfaction of women employees in the information technology sector. So I thought this was pretty interesting, and it explained that there is a very significant relationship between how someone views their work-life conflict and how satisfied they are in their job. Women just are stressed about how much time they have left in the day, where they're spending their time, and things like this. And this is one of my favorite points that I read in all of these articles. The happiest workers are those who make the most amount of money possible with the least amount of fatigue. Young women and persistence in information technology. So this article was all about a program called Girls on Track. And they followed this group of girls from middle school all the way to college, and these girls showed interest in computer science in middle school. It was absolutely amazing. Only one student actually majored in computer science out of this entire group of girls. Most of them lost interest in high school. And they thought, it wasn't cool anymore, they didn't want to be in these classes, or they thought that taking an extra class in math or English could help them more in their career and their college search than a computer science class could help them. Young women planning to major in computer science. Who are they and what makes them unique? So this is my most mind-blowing article that really opened my eyes. This was a survey of over 25,000 students, male and female, all freshmen in college, all planning to major in computer science. They asked them, like, how well do you think you're going to do in this job? How likely are you to get a job in this career field? And women just had so little confidence compared to men. And these women had higher GPAs, higher test scores than the men. But when they were still talking about themselves, they lacked so much confidence, and men just had so much. And this made me so sad. And it's something I'm really going to work on with young females around me, is really building up their confidence. Exploring institutional hiring trends of women in U.S. STEM professionate. To be honest, this was my least favorite article. It really just wanted to see a correlation between people earning doctorates and high degrees in STEM degrees and how many women were employed at universities as professors. The only thing I found most interesting is schools that beforehand had a very low percentage of women employed, they went on a really big spike of hiring women. And then once they caught up to the norm, it completely slowed down. So they wanted to just get up to an acceptable level and then just stop. So it was interesting. Women Work and Web 2.0, a case study. So this one talked about what opportunities and hurdles exactly do women face in technology jobs. And the results were women had to just make some changes to fit in with the masculine environment. This included maybe sitting at their desk and Googling words or phrases they didn't understand, looking up like football scores so they could talk about it and they feel like they could fit in. So I thought that was interesting. And this article also did talk about how in the STEM fields, they are going to need lots of people with great communication skills, especially for customer service, things like that. And women are usually better communicators, and they would be great for these jobs. I don't know why. Accounting for the scarcity of women in the ICT world. So this one wants to look at the study of gender relations and changes from ICT work to society in general. Excuse me. The conclusion was, it was just, a lot of discussion for this study that public and private companies are trying or pretending to try to recruit and hire more women to equal it out. They said a lot of these programs that universities and schools have are just for show, which makes me really sad. And also, most attempts to motivate women to work in ICT are based off negatives. Like, there aren't enough women, negative, and we really need to make it a positive thing. Why don't women program? Exploring links between gender, technology, and software. Science, technology, and society. Excuse me. The why. The purpose of the study is to discuss and research the relationship between gender and technology at a really young age. This one was quite amazing. Talking about that risk-taking and the confidence that I said about earlier. When boys are young, they're encouraged to go out and play and jump and build a fort and just take risks and go crazy. And girls are encouraged to kind of sit down and play a puzzle and play quietly. And that transfers all the way up through adulthood. Also, many technology toys are marketed just to males and not to females at all. But I think this is changing. I know Target has gender-neutral toy aisles. There's gender-neutral clothing. So the idea that our students are being, told their gender roles at a very young age, even with their toys, I think, and I hope that this is something that is on its way out and will one day be of the past. Here are my references in order of the slides which I spoke about them. So I will leave that up for a second in case anyone wants to do more research. But thank you for listening, and I believe I am going to continue to help push the idea that a career in IT or computer science, STEM, is a great idea for both genders.